Hi guys, welcome back to another video. I hope you've all been well. It's honestly been so long since I've uploaded a new video, but I'm finally back to making content. I took a long break that I needed, but I'm finally back to making more recipes and videos. As you can see from the caption in this video, I'm making a creamy chicken pasta bake. This was honestly requested by a lot of you guys for me to make this, but it's actually not too different from my creamy chicken pasta that I do make. I can't remember from previous videos, but this is my first kind of like take you shopping with me and buy the ingredients, and the shop that I was at is Aldi. To make this dish, it honestly requires a couple of ingredients including onions, peppers, tomato puree I didn't actually use, but you definitely can use it for other pasta dishes. I also got tomato tin, double cream, and I finished it off with some pasta. I did also buy some other ingredients including burger buns, and I can't remember what else, but just different ingredients that I'm going to make other recipes.
For the receipt?
Yes, please. But yeah, these are all of the ingredients that you're going to need. I was actually going to use penny pasta, but I realised I had none. So I just used pasta that I found in Venus, which is a Turkish Mediterranean supermarket in Manchester. And the pasta shell, I just really liked it, so I decided to use that in the dish. So I kept the seasonings on the chicken very simple, and I'm also using chicken breast, but I seasoned it with salt, paprika, chili flakes, and also some Cajun seasoning. Once you've mixed it all well together, just simply set it aside and start chopping up your veggies. So now for the cooking process of the chicken, I simply added in some olive oil, allowed it to heat up, and then I added in the chicken. If you guys are new to my channel, the way how I cook my chicken is I simply just let it cook on a high heat for around 1 to 2 minutes, and then I cover it with a lid and allow it to cook on a medium to low heat for around 5 to 6 minutes. So after the 5 to 6 minutes, I simply just remove the chicken from the pan, as I don't want it to start to overcook, as it will still cook in the oven with the cheese and also in the cream as well. In the same pan that I just cooked the chicken in, I added in a bit more olive oil, and I followed it by adding in the peppers and the onions. These only need cooking together for a good like 5 minutes on a high heat. They cook very quickly together, so that's all you need. Once the peppers and onions have slightly browned and they've cooked, I followed it by adding in the cherry tomatoes. And then actually after adding in the cherry tomatoes, I also added in another tomato tin, which was just normal chopped tomatoes. The tomatoes is what definitely gives that colour for the dish. But if you don't want to use tomato tin, let's say you don't have any, then you can also use tomato puree. That works just as well, and I've used it in the past for creamy chicken pasta dish as well. So when it comes to this part of the dish, I simply just let it cook on a low heat, and then I also added in a teaspoon of mixed herbs. Honestly, if you're the type of person who doesn't like cream, then you don't need to add it. It will still be in like a really nice tomatoey chicken pasta. But I am making a creamy pasta, so I am going to add in double cream for this. So I used one of the tubs that I got from Aldi, and that was more than enough for this pasta dish. I could have definitely added more, but it would have been too much and too rich. So I just added in one tub, which was 300ml. So after I added in the cream, I made sure to give it a good mix, and I started adding in some seasonings. This is honestly where like most of the flavour comes from, so you have to make sure that you do season your cream properly. I simply just want to enhance the chicken flavour more, so I just added in salt, paprika, and also some Cajun and chili flakes as well for a bit more of a kick. Literally after a couple of minutes of adding in the seasonings and the heat is on low, I then followed it by adding the chicken back in. There's honestly no way that the pasta was going to fit, so I ended up just moving this into a bigger pot, as it's much more easier when I add the pasta and cheese for it to like actually mix all together. So now the main cooking process is done. Before I added in the cream, I actually started boiling the pasta. That's like the perfect time, as it takes like 10 to 15 minutes to boil the pasta sometimes, depending on the packaging. And then all you're going to need to make this a pasta bake is cheese and any of your own topping, and also some good oven baked trays. I end up using some jalapenos for the top, as I just like how it looks on the dish, and it also tastes good with the pasta as well. So if you're also wondering as well, the oven trays, I actually found them in Aldi. I think it was sometime last year, and there were 2 for like $4.99. Not too sure if they still do them, but there possibly might be some oven dishes, I'm not too sure. So I simply just added in the pasta. I topped it with some cheddar cheese. You can also add some mozzarella as well. I just didn't have any. I actually forgot to buy it when I was there, but mozzarella cheese would be really good. And then I also, on top of the cheese, I added on some mixed herbs just to have like a nice colour on the dish. And then I finished off with the jalapenos. So I ended up cooking these in the oven. I had it on 180 degrees Celsius and I cooked them for a good 20 to 30 minutes. If you do want to get more of a colour on top, then I recommend that you just add it into the grill, and they should turn out really nice and crispy on top. Honestly, when taking the video, it was such a cloudy day, so I had to like take the pasta outside when it was like pouring rain just to get some nice shots. But this is how it turned out. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I've got so many more videos that I need to edit, including some burgers, another pasta dish, and also a rice dish. So yeah, I can't wait to share that, and I'll see you guys in my next video.